Hello and welcome back to another World of Warcraft Goldmaking video. So today we will look at a couple different things you will want to do before Shadowlands comes out to set yourself up for goldmaking in Shadowlands. Some of these methods will give you semi-passive gold over time, and some will just help you make gold or help you be more efficient with professions. So here we go. We will talk about the most important thing first, at least it is the most important thing in my opinion. Number 1, set up your garrison. There's a few key things you will want to do here. Set up a trading station so you can trade your garrison resources for materials. Set up an inn so you can recruit followers with the traits you want. Always go for the scavenger trait or the extreme scavenger trait, or whatever trait increases the amount of garrison resources you get. You need to have the inn at rank 2, but you might even want rank 3 for more lucrative follower missions. Recruit as many followers as possible and gear them up as much as possible. Better geared followers means better missions and better rewards. Also, better success chance on missions. These missions can give you garrison resources, and you have one rare mission per week that can give you tons of good items, including the Medallion of the Legion, which sells for 10k gold on my server and is fairly expensive on most servers out there. You can also get a cache of garrison resources from these rare missions, which you can either send to your alts to help them build up their garrison very fast, or you can sell for about 1000 gold each. Basically, you're setting up your garrison, so eventually you just have to log in once every 2 days to send out new mission, potentially even just once per week as well for those rare missions, and you will make a decent amount of gold from it. For reference, I have set up 10 garrison characters myself, and over the last 10 weeks, I have made over 500k gold just from the garrison, which is 50k gold per week divided by 10 characters, giving me 5k gold average per character per week. Another big reason to do this now in pre-patch is because of the level squish and vastly reduced leveling time, so you can level up a bunch of alts and set up a bunch of garrisons. You can also choose which expansion you want to level in, so you can choose Warlords of Draenor to get started on your garrison while leveling as well. This way you can get your garrison to probably rank 2 while leveling. You can get some experience from your follower missions, which will help you level faster, and level your garrison followers at the same time. And you will find garrison followers while leveling as well. Basically, if you're planning on leveling up alts during the pre-patch or in Shadowlands, and you want to make some semi-passive gold with them, set up the garrison on them, and that way you can make gold simply by logging in and sending out missions every now and then. I guess I should also mention that the garrison resources you can trade for materials at the trading station can be traded for sumptuous fur, which is used in crafting relics of the past, which can give a decent amount of gold if you utilize the vendor shuffle for it. But even if you don't, you can sell the fur for a nice amount of gold. And if we go back to my characters, like I have 10 characters, and I made 500k gold over 10 weeks, or 5k gold average per character, so 50k per week, that is enough to cover the costs for a WoW token every single month, meaning that a garrison alone lets me play the game for free. Number 2, next up is a quick investment that can give a great return on your initial gold investment, and that is buying or fishing for Darkmoon Firewater. This is used to increase your speed when gathering, mining, and skinning, and since people will be doing that a lot in the beginning of Shadowlands to make gold and skill up their new professions, this could be a great time to sell and also use these Darkmoon Firewater, so buying them now and selling them in Shadowlands should give you some decent profit. I have seen a Gathering Glove enchant on the beta, but I haven't seen one for skinning or mining. Number 3. Next up, you will want to get Vanilla Alchemy to 300 skill, and pick a specialization like Transmute Master or Flask Master, so you can get additional procs. I am not exactly sure how this will work in Shadowlands or if the old specializations will have an effect, but if they do, you will want to have this done prior to Shadowlands. Number 4. Next up, you will want to dedicate one character to have Mist of Pandaria jewel crafting and Mist of Pandaria engineering, and get the recipe to craft the Panthers through jewel crafting, and Sky Golem through engineering. These mounts will give you a steady gold flow throughout the expansion, and I'll tell you right now, the Sky Golem always sells at a higher rate than usual, early in a new expansion. You will also want to set up a character with Cataclysm Alchemy and get a recipe for Vial of the Sands, and craft that when you can for some decent profit as well. All of these mounts will eventually sell, giving you some nice gold, but that being said, they won't make you rich, but all these small steps will eventually add up to quite a lot of gold. Since we are talking about professions, I guess I should mention the Cloth Scavenger passive for tailoring, just in case some of you think I'm missing out on it. And no, I'm not. In the beta, you can actually get that when you learn Shadowlands tailoring, so basically, if everything goes like it does in beta, you get cloth scavenging in Shadowlands simply by picking up tailoring in Shadowlands. Number 5, next up, is a simple advice, one I've said before, but I feel like it's important to say it again. Level up a druid if you don't already have one. Druids are so universally good for gold making, it's insane. They are the best class for having both herbalism and mining, which is very good for gold farming, and they are also great for group farming as well, because they can tag and AoE mobs at the same time, plus they have great mobility. On top of that, many of the hyperspawn farms, both in current content and in old expansions where people farm, is a lot better as a group full of druids, and many groups even require you to be a druid. While we are on the topic of classes and abilities, I should also mention covenants in Shadowlands, and I would recommend you pick up Night Fae on your farm character for 2 reasons. The covenant ability to turn yourself into a spectral animal is great, and increases your movement speed by 50%, which is great, and the weekly event for Night Fae actually involves having your own grove, or your own garden pretty much, where you can plant seeds and feed them anima to grow them. These seeds seem like they can turn into anything profession related, but you need to obtain the seeds somehow, which is speculated to be by doing world quests, so you will want to be in a Night Fae Covenant on a character you are fairly active on, so you can passively get whatever currency it is you need for the weekly event. I guess that isn't really something you can do prior to Shadowlands, but you can make your decisions now and write them down somewhere as a plan, so you don't waste any time once Shadowlands is actually out. Number 6. Another thing you should do now before Shadowlands comes out is to stock up on a wide variety of old expansion materials so you have a lot of different items to sell on the auction house. Basically, expand your stockpile as much as you can. This includes farming items like savage leather, knothide leather, sumptuous fur, rune cloth, volatile fire, volatile water, elemental fire, transmog items, wind wool cloth, linen cloth, pretty much any old expansion material that is in demand for literally any reason. Once again, many items in the leather and cloth category will be in demand due to relics of the past. You can find videos on my channel for different farms, including some of these old expansion items you should stock up on, so you can check those out if you haven't already seen them. And yeah, that is pretty much it, some simple things you will want to do before Shadowlands comes out, and like I said, doing one of these things won't make you stupid rich, but all of the little things eventually adds up to a fairly decent amount of gold. Like I currently make 50k gold per week with garrisons, and that is semi-passive gold that I set up once and barely ever have to work for again. I just log in once or twice a week and that is it. If you did enjoy the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribe if you want more content like it. And that is it, thank you so much for watching this video and I will see you in the next one.